And brought to you from those geeks at Geeky Antics, it's the Sunday Dose. Welcome to everybody. We're going to say it right now. Welcome, what's going on? Sunday Dose right now, right here, right now. Episode 29, January 4th, 2015. It's the New Year, guys. Happy New Year. Woo! Yay! And with me again this week, Yogizilla, everybody's favorite bear lizard himself, the man that runs everything, and regardless if you want him to or not, the man Yogi, the Godzilla. What's up, buddy?
It's so weird watching the stream with the slight delay. I'm watching myself. I'm like, wait, it's not moving according to my head. Who is the guy that's dressed up like me?
Yeah. And guys, welcome to the show. I know BFTR 9000's already, what's up in the chat. And how you doing, man? How's your New Year been? Not like I haven't seen you since New Year's.
Good. I mean, I was getting, I had a lot of good momentum going, and then started to come down with a little bit of a bug, and body aching and just really tired.
No.
So the past couple of days, I'm just like sleeping, like I'm trying to get stuff done in between, like. It sucks. Every time you have that momentum going, something happens,
Mm-hmm.
Had a bunch of articles lined up. Been talking to some people that want to do advertising and sponsor shows and stuff like that. Guests for the podcast and whatnot.
Beard in the hat is in the house.
Oh yeah.
Seth, I call him Seth all the time because I can't pronounce this. But this is one of the guildies. And
the guildies.
One of the guildies on WoW. The one I was talking to earlier, like, hey, you want to be on a podcast? He's like, what? Talking about what? Wow.
Talk about whatever.
So he's going to check us out this week, see if he wants to join us. But keep going, man. I interrupted you, like, just whatever. I was trying to payback for horseplay.
Oh, yeah, so, also recovered from the holidays and family being over and constantly picking up after people because even the grown folks don't know how to clean up after themselves. And I'm a bit of a neat freak, so I can't have like that chaos. Like the worst thing to me to do is I wake up and get my pot of coffee going, and then I see dishes in the sink that were left overnight. That drives me crazy. There's just no reason for that.
But you've already said that's like the one thing that just drives you up the wall is the people not cleaning up after themselves, especially the dishes.
It's one of the biggest things for sure. So my New Year resolution is that I'm gonna make a concerted effort just not to give a shit anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So when it happens and there's rats and roaches just like dancing atop a pile of dishes, I'm gonna be like, cool, I'm gonna take a shit right here. I mean, clearly, you guys have no personal pride for the space, so
Right.
That's the way I feel. That's like people say that. That's a little extreme. It's like, well, if you don't clean up after yourself, you're essentially saying this is a place where I take a shit.
Yeah. I guess you could be like a dog, and then have to go outside and then you have to be picked up. I mean, you could do that too. But if you just leave it alone, it's like fertilizer for your house, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. Until someone steps in it and they're like
with their bare feet.
Oh.
And it gets between your... okay.
You should not be walking outside in the dark barefoot.
Yeah. And that's pronounced Scython. It's at PSY. Is how you pronounce that. Scython is how it's pronounced. But anyway, I know who you are. You're Sham-Chan. You're a shadow priest. Thank you.
Bearded Hat says that it's a freeing experience. Not giving a shit is liberating. That's my problem. I care too much, and I'm a sensitive person, and I'm not gonna become a total asshole. But I need to find that happy medium where I just don't try as hard, and I have more time to, as they say in the hood, do me. Because I just find like it's like the days if I got rid of all the mundane stuff that just drained my batteries, I'd be getting so much more stuff done and having time to
Hmm.
more time to stream and spend quality time with the family and stuff. And
If I could just not sleep, I'd be. I like my sleep way too much.
that's the problem. I don't sleep either because I close my eyes and I lay in bed, but I don't really sleep because of the sleep apnea. So it's like I can lay in bed for 4 or 5 hours, but I wake up and I'm still tired. Like great.
Yeah, it's something that not with me anymore because I can't really lay flat anymore.
Oh
I
yeah,
have to like be like if we were to get one of
sleep number
the sleep
beds.
number beds to where I could prop myself up, I'd be in bed every single night. As my wife's watching this, she's like, "Oh, guess what you're getting." So, but if I can sleep and I can get that perfect position where the pillows underneath my back are perfect, and I'm just tired as hell, I fall asleep. But if I don't,
Yeah,
it's that you fall asleep, but you wake up every couple hours because either you're hurting or you go to the bathroom or just whatever, and that's. I sleep a lot, but in about an hour and a half shifts.
the quality of the sleep sucks.
Mm.
And if you don't get that good REM sleep, that's what you really need. That sleep where you really start dreaming. Cause you can still dream when you don't get REM, but it's like when you get that go into that deep sleep where it's like
Hmm.
you're gone. I'm a light sleeper, so you know the wife opens the door, I hear it. People are walking on the floor, and unlike our previous home where we had a lot of carpets, you know, if people are heavy footed, you hear it. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, what are you guys, Sasquatches? Like everybody's walking like just like it feels like they're purposely trying to like thump their feet. Anyway, so I could doze off anywhere and fall asleep anywhere, but then I usually can't stay asleep. That's my problem.
Right.
I mean, I'll fall asleep in the car. My wife doesn't like having me drive because of that, but I don't fall asleep on the wheel. Like
Right.
if I'm engaged doing something, I'm fine. Like, but I can't just sit around not doing anything. Like, I need to keep myself busy.
True.
That's the thing.
True.
Anyway,
True.
and the rant.
Beard says he can fall asleep anywhere. Now I can too, but like I said, it's those. I mean, I can fall asleep standing up if I try hard enough. But it's like hour and a half. I'm either because fall asleep standing up, you're gonna fall over. Um, so, but anyway.
Mm, I did master that in college. Falling asleep, like making it seem like I'm like paying attention, but I'm just falling asleep because I was working like 3 jobs at the
Hmm.
time. You know, I don't know how I made it to be young and be able to do that kind of stuff.
Be nice,
And
huh?
falling asleep on the subway train while you're standing up holding on to the stupid thing or the pole.
You sit
I
there
somehow managed that.
like this,
Little
sitting
micro,
there holding and
little
wagging
micro
back and
sleep.
forth.
Yep. There was one time I was just so dog tired. I remember I was on a train, and it wasn't a subway train. It was a train going from New York to New Jersey because I had like a 2-3 hour commute each way. It was pretty brutal. And I'm sitting. I was just so tired. I said I'm gonna go to sleep. And no, actually, it was a subway train, but it was a long trip too. Because I don't know why, for whatever reason, that train took forever,
Hmm.
and that was a long commute. Because I had to go from the Bronx to. I had moved from Manhattan to the Bronx. So it was cheaper, and I was just tired of paying Manhattan rates. So I found a bigger place, 4 times as big for like half the price. But anywho, uh, it was from Bronx to Brooklyn. It was a long enough trip, and for some reason it made a lot of stops and waited and stopped in the tunnels for no reason. But anyway, I passed out so for so long that I started laying on this girl's like random girl's shoulder, and I started drooling on her shoulder. I was like, oh my god, I did not just do that. She was a real sport about it, Like I'm surprised. I think I'm so sorry. I'm so tired. But then the funny thing is, I said, and then I started leaning to the other side. I tried to stay awake, so I was like singing to myself, humming, and I was like, I fell back asleep, went back on her shoulder. Then she was like, oh, okay. She's
All
like,
right, freak. You're not getting, no.
she didn't get up or anything either. I was surprised she didn't like slap me or anything, but she must have known. People have to know what it's like to like just
When
run
somebody's
ragged.
so damn tired that they can't even hold themselves up, they have to use a prop. Just give it to them.
That's what I've done.
Unless you're an asshole like me and what the fuck are you doing? Get off me, fucker. Yeah, I'll start yelling at somebody.
Yeah, I have to let random people lean on me because I know I've been there before, where you
Mm.
work like 18-hour days, then you have a 2 to 3 hour commute each way. You go home, have enough time for maybe 1 hour of a power nap, then you wake up, take a shower, and then go back to work. It's like,
I go
the
back to
hell's the
work.
point? I actually started freaking camping out at my job at one point. Bump that.
That I'm sorry to say it, and I don't live in a huge city to where like New York or L.A. or any city like that. But I would go crazy if I had to work 15 hours a day and then I had to ride the subway home, and that took 2 to 3 hours to get home. That I could not do it. Could not. BFT, I'm a light medium sleeper. Sometimes the lightest thing wakes me up. Other times, forget about it. Like that's how I am sometimes. Like if I'm so damn tired that I just can't. Like my wife will sit there. Well, I told you this morning. Okay, did I clearly open my eyes and look at you? No. Okay, then I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
But Beard, I had to sleep on a subway at New York City one time. Missed the last train out of Grand Central for 4 hours to wait till it opened again. Oh my god. So I took the subway to the Bronx and slept for the trip. Hey, that's a good idea. As long as you don't get mugged on the way there.
The Bronx is not as bad as people think it is. Actually, there's some really nice parts of the Bronx where there's actually houses and trees, believe it or not.
It's not all hood.
No, that's more South Bronx,
Well, and you got to
and
think
they
about it too.
they're
What
cleaning that up too.
a person like, and I'll just say a person like me that really don't, because why do I need to go to New York? I don't. I mean, yeah, for maybe like a New Year's party, I would kill myself if I was in the middle of that many people. No. But BFT also said back into basic training, we had one guy fall asleep while standing and kept standing. Drill sergeants were baffled. Dude, I did that too. I'm sorry to say it. I did it. And I was like one of the guys that were like on point where like the whole formation would line off of me. So so when I fell asleep and I wagged, like I would step forward a little bit, the whole formation would step forward. So the drill sergeants would never catch me sleeping, because the whole platoon would be like, all right, hey, because I don't know why, but they just helped me. I guess they didn't want to get smoked. Up all night.
Yeah, the good times. Sleep deprivation is real.
Beard also had a stranger fall asleep on him on a casino. At a casino. Was he drunk? It was right between the poker table. He passed out between pints. He had been drunker than shit, though. Wow.
See, yeah, in
Anyway.
a casino you gotta kind of expect that because people
Mhm.
are like sleep deprived and then drunk on top of it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Las Vegas is one of the cities that comes close to being like New York City. But I mean, after the novelty of being able to drink or go gambling at any hour of the day wears off, it's like, nope, New York City's still better.
Well, I had one where I think who was it? He used to fall asleep. Where Scython said he used to fall asleep on the bus 4 hours a day as a kid. I did too, because I was the first one to get picked up in the morning and the last one to get dropped off at night. So guess what I did? Front seat. I didn't care. Just passed out. I was ready to go when I got home. But hell, I didn't
Oh,
get home till after 5. I got home after my dad did. Okay? That was sucked because I didn't have any time to play. I was riding the damn school bus. Anyway, we're going to get right into it, guys. It's not going to be a very Not going to be like a very long show or anything today, but we're going to go over some of the, especially what you guys in chat want to think about. The Alienware console. We're going to look at some of the, outside of gaming, a little bit of the NFL playoffs if you guys are from the United States or if you follow American football. And then we're going to go right into Blizzard, actually. Not just WoW, not just anything, but all of Blizzard. Blizzard's got some exciting stuff going on for 2015, and we want to get that to you guys so you guys can, get as much information as possible. So if you guys play Blizzard games, hey, I got this coming to me. Because you might play a game that Blizzard has, and you don't know nothing about it, so you're not even playing the game. You might want to play it after you hear what's going on. So we do want to make sure we do big shout outs, of course, to geekyantics.net, our mothership of where all things happen geeky. Of course, GLG stands for Good Looking Gamers. I want to give shout outs to them guys too for welcoming me into there. And of course, prior guests of the show, Thor DG, Pyro Insane, Locksmith, Goalie for the Win, of course, Link Wall, which we had last week on the show, and then of course you guys in chat. We want to make sure that we give you guys props too, because we love you guys too. Because if you guys weren't here, we'd be bored as shit. We'd just be reading. Or
word.
Yeah, something like that. I switched around my desk, so I'm like, you know how my monitor was elevated? My second one was elevated. Well, I got both of them side by side right here in front of me, and now I have no room for my mouse. So I don't know if it's just gonna stay. Because I gotta be set up perfectly for when I play. Because the littlest movement of my mouse, that if I do wrong, if my hand's in the wrong position, I can miss a shot or get killed. So CS:GO life, man.
For Rizzles.
But of course, for Rizzles, really, yeah. Would you have a giant desk, like a big L-shaped desk or something that you use?
Would I have a L-shaped desk?
Like right now, right in front of you. Like, are you looking? Because it looks like you're looking at a monitor. Then you have like a desk, like a part of the desk right here, to where you could.
Yeah, I have a pedestal, so I could put stuff under there, and then the monitor's at more eye level.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, that's the way I have set up. We do have a L. I do like corner desks better, personally. For some reason, I find them better, like the little L-shaped corner desks. This is more of a traditional, but it does have the little pedestal with the. It's like a shelf on top of the desk, and then it's got room to put stuff under there.
Right. Well, and I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I have this whole room, and it's all. It doesn't matter where I go because I always have a green screen. If anybody's seen my whole room, every wall that can be painted is painted green. Light switches. I was thinking about doing the doors at one point, and then my wife said, "If you do, I'm gonna divorce you." So, not really, but no doors. But everything else is green, so I can move anywhere. But I'm just trying to figure out because I got talk show with Dad on Sunday morning or Sunday afternoons, and so I need to kind of make sure it gets separated. But I want to be able to use the mic in various places because if you guys ever watch the show, you'll hear him talking to me all the time, and then he'll be like, oh, okay, that sounds good, and you guys hear nothing I say. So sometimes, I mean, Yogi, you've been on there before where he's talking to me and you know that, but you can't hear a word I'm saying because I'm trying to keep the mic to where he's got good audio quality. But there's a lot of things that I'm still learning about the mic too and about the setup in general. So, but anyway, getting right into the news, guys, and chat's already blowing it up right now, dude. We got to start talking about this now. Beard says, before we get started, Beard says 3 things. 1, Alienware is about 3 years late on making the console. Their name is too associated with underpowered for the price. Yogi, Alienware Console. Is that about right?
I mean, like I said, you paid a stupid tax because they do all the legwork for you and assemble it. It's actually, for Alienware, it's actually a really good deal, but you're still gonna be paying a little more. For it than if you would just price out the parts yourself. But I think it's a good deal if you want the ease of a console with the flexibility of a PC. It makes sense. I mean, are we gonna go into the Alienware Alpha right now?
Yeah, that's the first thing we're talking about, and chat's already blowing it up, so we need to.
Well, the funny thing is that they decided to go with Windows 8.1 instead of the open source platform, the Steam OS.
I
So
really
that
wish they would have
was
went Steam
interesting.
OS because they could have done so much more.
Yeah, or make it dual boot. I mean, how much more is it gonna kill them on licensing, really? Um, they have the margin to play with. I mean, it's got a lot of nice input. It's got the inputs you need. It's got a slick design. The chassis is really cool. It's got the built-in wireless.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm trying to see if it has. What I don't know is if it has a hardwired connection. If it's purely wireless for internet, that's a big deal breaker in my opinion.
Well, yeah, because they're not going to have the connection. We're going to have connection issues every time we try to do something a little bit too much for wireless. As
Oh
in,
no,
actually try
it's
to
got
play. Does it? Okay. Does it have? It has landline
yeah
connections,
yeah it's gigabit internet. So gigabit Ethernet. So yeah,
dude. Say your right words, techie.
I know.
I
Yeah.
will.
You
I will
can't.
get Chewy to yell at you.
Bytes versus bits is a big difference, but it's solid. I make a lot of jokes about Alienware being overpriced,
Mm-hmm.
but and you're paying basically for their equivalent of the Lexus logo, but four to 549 to 899. That's about what you'd be paying to build a computer of these specs, and the art you can't upgrade them. Like I said, you're paying maybe 200 to 300 more tops. I'm exaggerating, obviously, but
Mm-hmm.
let's just say that's the margin for the convenience of having of knowing that the parts work together. It's gonna work out of the box.
Right. Hey, Red. What's going on, man? Welcome to the show. Um, we're currently talking about, if you guys are just tuning in, we're talking about the Alienware console. Just some few things about it. Is it worth it? Is it worth the money? Did Alienware come out with this too late? I mean, are they? I know we all they're behind, but is this console gonna get them back with? Can they compete with the next gen consoles? Yogi.
I like what Scython said about using Wine, which is one of the most popular emulators
Mm-hmm.
for Windows on Linux. I mean, it's so many different things you could run to get Linux to run anything. And let's be honest, I mean, Linux is the back end of like all popular, operating systems today. So it's not going to be that hard for them to do that and make it
Right.
more modular so that you could hack it up if you want to, and you have the small footprint. Because the problem right now is, it's more with software. The hardware it's come a long way, but in the past 5 to even maybe even 8 years, the hardware hasn't changed that much. What's changed is how sloppy the software is getting, and the way and either software takes advantage of the hardware or it just makes it feel clunkier. Um, yeah, Dell console. Yeah, and Alienware is owned by Dell now. Uh, so I mean that's been like that for a while. I think there needs to be more competition in this space. I know there's a company called Doghouse Systems, and I forget
Right.
what their pricing looks like, but I do remember looking at their website and saying, "Wow, they're actually trying to compete with Alienware and overpriced crap." And they got some pretty nice rigs, but like you look at their prices, like the Armor VS starting at only 1395. Woo! The Armor
Only.
GL 2595, starting at 2595. Now, granted, the case is sexy, but I could just buy the case separately. It's a white and black case with blue lights on it, so it kind of has like a Star Wars R2D2 look,
Mm-hmm.
kind of going for it. But so I think actually the sad part is, as much as we make fun of Alienware, they actually have become more competitive with the pricing, and I think this alpha is a good step in the right direction. it's all about how they market it and what kind of like support they get. If they could get some publishers to do to offer some bundles, software bundles and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
partner up with them like that. Maybe some people might do some customizations of it aftermarket and help get the buzz going. Um, if they make it as open as possible as they say it is to upgrade it and mod it, and they and hopefully not allow that to void the warranty, then that'll be awesome.
Right.
'Cause that's the
Well,
biggest thing with the console systems, traditional consoles is you change anything in there, you void the warranty. Once you pop that seal off of it, you void the warranty.
unless you
Even
do it
though,
right, unless you never mind.
well, yeah, there's ways
But
to do it.
and
But
Beard said in chat too, the whole build your own defeats the purpose of making a console. I mean, if you're gonna do that, build your own. Why are you? Yeah. But anyway, guys, if you guys want to get one for yourself, they're ranging 545 to 559. You can get them on Amazon. Alienware is even selling them at 550. Buydig.com, of course, Amazon, 545. So I mean, you can get one, but make sure that you read all the good and all the bad, because it's not something you're exactly looking for, and you spend almost $600 on this thing. This is just a console. Okay, I haven't really seen. I've done some research on it, but I haven't really seen. Are they giving games away with this console, Yogi?
to do what now? I was reading the chat.
Are they actually giving games like you know how like consoles do? They will give you, you got what's the damn game called? One of the new realistic games with the Xbox One, and then you got a game with the PS4. Are they giving a game away with this console?
Supposedly, you get 6 free games worth over $100 with any of the purchases on the Alienware Alpha.
Okay, so you're actually getting an incentive to actually get the thing without having to spend another $60 to $70 a pop per game.
Yeah, and I don't know what the games are, but I mean, free stuff is free stuff.
Yeah, always. Let's see
I
how.
mean, it's a solid system. People are saying, "Oh, you can spend $300 more and get a better system." But let's look at their high end one. It's got the i7 in there, right? And that's no slouch. 899. A lot of i7s just for the motherboard and processor combo. You might be spending 300 to 500. I've seen those bundles. That's like, wow, that's expensive. So, all right, but you might get
Yeah.
a deal, spend 200 to 300, let's say. But that's where the pricing is coming out there. Uh, then it's got an Nvidia with 2 GB, DDR5. That's the only thing that you could probably say it's a little on the. That still will run most games at high graphics, maybe even
Hmm.
ultra. You know, it's not like it's a slouch. And from what I understood, you could upgrade the stuff. It's not stuck. I remember they said it was upgradable.
Right. Yeah, it
Let me
is
see what
upgradable. You
else.
can upgrade everything in the system. But like you said earlier, is that going to void warranties? Is that going to do? We need to read the fine print of what's going on with this system before we make any more. We can make assumptions all day, but meaning more. This is what's going on. I really think if they're gonna advertise it like that, and then they say, well, you can't upgrade it, we have to upgrade it. I mean, that's gonna be in the fine print. That's gonna be down there at the bottom where you're like, oh, cool, I got an awesome gaming machine, I can upgrade whatever I want. But then as soon as you pop that top, oh yeah, we forgot to tell you, you can't upgrade. We have to do that, so your warranty's void. Sorry. I mean, it could be any one of those traps. Yes, no?
I would hope that I would like to give even Alienware some credit there that they want to do something that stupid. But I mean the specs are solid,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Normie477, thank you for the retweet on that. I've been tweeting out, shouting out to whoever's retweeting me too, just to get them.
Ah,
Normie is the champ, dude. Every single time I tweet, she's on my back. So that's awesome. Thank you very much, hon. Um,
She's on your back or she's got your back?
on it, got it, same thing. Well, you know, if somebody's constantly doing things, you know, and while you're doing things, you know, it's almost like she's hounding me good. Never
She's
mind.
what?
Like hounding me, like never mind. Anyway, it was a joke, but it didn't work out that well.
I'm sorry. I did tell you I'm tired. Oh
Yogi
yeah,
didn't get the joke.
my bad. My bad. Once I get into tech talk, I get my game face on.
Well, yeah,
But
this is fun tech talk though, so we can have a little bit of
Be
fun
Beard
with
and Hat says as long as we can put Steam on it, you'll have games. I mean, yeah, that's the that's where most of us PC gamers have our games anyway.
it. If that's
Uh,
something they're gonna allow you to do, there can be restrictions. You do something, you're done. I mean, not necessarily like not an operating system, but like software or something. Comes down to it, you change something of the console, you're gonna avoid something. Just read that fine print, guys.
well, they say you have access to Steam built in.
Hmm.
You know, the whole point is this is how they market it. Hopefully, they deliver on a promise. They say that it's the freedom of PC gaming with the ease of a console. And hopefully, because this is my problem with like Microsoft and Sony. Um, they're building it. They're taking so many pages from the PC playbook,
Hmm.
but the things that they should be copying, they're not. Like they gotta stop doing the proprietary stuff to force people to buy their hardware. They're making money off of the software attachments and the service fees anyway.
It,
They gotta make it. They gotta make it so that these consoles will grow with the consumer, so you could upgrade them and or field replace certain parts
mhm.
instead of having to send the whole darn thing in. Like imagine if you have problems with your Xbox or PS4 and you realize, oh, the error it's giving me, it's telling me it's the DVD drive. Oh, that's field replaceable. Just push this button, it'll pop right out. You pull it, and then just put the new replacement drive. You're done. Why can't they make it modular like that? It'd be so
Hmm.
much easier for them. It'd be less support headache for them, and higher customer satisfaction because people will be able to play with their systems for long instead of having to say, "Oh, I'm gonna be without my Xbox or PS4 for 2 months or whatever." Anyway,
Right, Redbeard, custom built video cards? Question mark. I think this. I think it's just old shit. I don't know. Emo. Steam is pushing these for sure. Steam's doing a whole bunch of shit that people don't think they're doing. I mean, they're with the games. They're you get the Steam OS. They got a box coming out too, don't they? The Steam OS. Not a
well,
box,
this
but it's software.
this was supposed to be like one of the premier systems for it. There's other people that have them out,
So
but they haven't been promoting them as hard.
so Alienware basically was gonna let Steam do that, or put Steam on there, and then they changed their mind.
Steam is on there. It doesn't have Steam OS. It's running Windows
Yeah, but I'm
8.
saying they were gonna have the Steam OS on there, weren't they? At one point.
Yeah, as far as I know, that was the original plan. This was the Steam bot. Like this is supposed to be the Steam box or Steam machine. Man, nope.
Right. Scython says, gotta say the only console I want is the Wii U. Me and you both, buddy. Um, if anybody wants an Xbox 360, I got one for sale. Very cheap. Two controllers. to try to get rid of my shit on stream, yeah. But I really think that, in kind of closing this topic, I really think that if they keep everything black and white, I mean, the connections they got and the availability to USB ports, they got two 3.0s and two 2.0s. Of course, Ethernet, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, HDMI in and out. So I mean, you're gonna have your HD video. You got optic audio cables. There's a lot of things that I really think they could actually go, but they need to do it the right way. If they continue to try to push this down your throat every 2 seconds, people are not going to buy it just in spite. I mean, that's just my opinion, but people are not going to go for it if you're going to constantly push it down their throat.
Yeah.
And some people will. You got people out there everywhere that go, ooh, new console, buy it. No matter what it is.
Yeah, I think Alienware just decided to kind of go off in their own direction with this because it's got the exclusive Alienware Alpha console interface.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of anyway. But if you guys, let us know what you guys think, especially those that are listening on the podcast. Let us know. Send us some mail at geekyantics.net. Is that like a / Obi-Wan X2? Or how does that work on geekyantics.net? I know how it works because I send you mail, well, sometimes. But how
For
do
email?
they, yeah, on
For
Geeky
email?
Antics. I just have them send it. Send it to my email, guys, obi1x2@gmail.com. And we'll get that, we'll touch it next week and see what you guys think about it.
It's just your name at geekyantics.net.
So it's obi1x2@geekyantics.net. Got it. I thought I had it. For some reason, I thought there was a slash. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it.
You can't put slashes in email. That'd break it.
I just told on myself, everybody. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh man, you must have done something to scare people off. There were like 15 people in here, and then you talked about having a slash in email, and then people went click.
No, there's still a bunch of people in here. Come on. Everybody knows I'm computer stupid.
It was like 8 people left at once. Like bam.
Maybe they heard you talking.
Well, I mean that might be it too, but it just happened to be coordinated in sync with you talking about a slash on the email.
I know what. I wasn't really thinking that it was an email. You know how like you have twitter.com / Obi1x2, but you have like, okay, geekyantics.net /
Yeah.
You know, it was a legitimate question.
It was like the time that you set up.
Everybody leaves.
You
See
set
ya.
your
Obi stupid. Bye.
you set your start stream. What was it like? You start recording, but hotkey to Alt F4, and you kept wondering why it kept stopping your stream.
I know, right?
Like, why is it Alt F4 making the stream the OBS crash? What's going on here? It's doing the same thing in XSplit.
We were playing the other day, and we were in a match. We were playing casual, and this kid's like, I can't. Legit noob question. It is. It's a legit noob question. This kid's like, I can't figure out how to, he was typing out and everything, and he's like, I can't figure out how to make my mic work. I said, all right, first thing you do, hit Alt F4 and go check your mic settings. He disconnected. Are you stupid? He Alt F4'd, and I really think he was like 12 or 13 years old, so he didn't need to be on the game anyway. It was just funny, man. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it's a good test to see what the generation gap is in the chat room or in a game server.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, especially when someone just blatantly asks them to chat in the lobby of a game, how do you enable the aimbot hack? Or how do you do the? How do you enable the God mode? Like, oh yeah, it's Alt F4, and then you see a bunch of kids just get disconnected at once. Get the grown folks know, like Alt F4, that's been forever. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Unless you're a Mac user, then sorry. Though there's a good chance if you're a gamer, you're not a Mac user.
True that. True that.
I give Stan a hard time because he goes, are there any games on Mac that we could play together? And I'm like, all right, League of Legends and anything Blizzard. And then what else? Nope, no, there's no and then. It's like, and then, no and then. No and then. And then.
And then. Oh, and then. Yeah. I have an iPhone.
Oh, bearded hat.
No way.
I'm just busting chops because I know there's Mac users in the chat. I'm a PC elitist.
Now that I know that, Red, it makes it what's funny. I can't help it. It's nothing personal. I promise.
No, I mean Macs
like,
have.
Fuck you, Obi. I ain't gonna PvP with you anymore, douchebag. So you guys want to see Redbeard freak out a little bit too? You guys can check out a video I'm going to put out tomorrow of him.
Oh,
Pretty funny.
Secret World is also on Mac. I think that's a general rule of thumb with like any like MMO type thing. They
Mm-hmm.
tend to be multi-platform.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the exceptions. Macs are powerful computers. Don't get me wrong, but if you want a wide selection of video games, you can't do Mac. Not for gaming.
Well, you can. They just have to be compatible with the Mac.
Well, not that many choices out there. That's the
I
thing.
know. That's what I said.
And it's a far more expensive route. It's like, you know, you spend like a third of the price, you get a killer gaming rig, and you can still do all the things you love in your Mac, but then play games on your rig.
Look at mine.
Yeah, there you go.
For all those that do, for all those that do follow the NFL, American football, we're just gonna go over a few little, we're just having fun today, guys. I'm really interested in the playoffs this year. Oh, not anymore. My team lost, but just because my team's in it. For you guys that are Cardinals fans or Panthers fans, they played today, or actually yesterday. Panthers won 27-16. I didn't get to watch the game, but the game after that was the Ravens and the Steelers. That was a good game. Aren't you a Steelers fan?
Steelers?
Yeah.
I don't know if I say I'm a fan. If out of the teams in Pennsylvania, I prefer the Eagles, even though
Okay.
they've been pretty terrible. The thing is, I'm a fantasy football player, so I'm more of a fan of players now than I am teams. So it's like Ben Roethlisberger. I like him because in the pinch, he'll get me 30, 40 points for fantasy football.
Yeah, that's true.
But no. IRL, I prefer the Eagles. But being in Georgia, I'm more of a. I like the Falcons. I give them props, and but I still give love back to my back home teams, New York. Uh, in fact, the year that the Giants won,
Boo.
I don't know why, but I just felt in my heart, I'm like, this is gonna be the year they win. And I never said that before. I always liked them, but it's like all of a sudden I'm like, oh shit, they actually won. Sweet. Like that playoff win came out of nowhere because they had a rough start to that season, and everybody forgot that it's like no one remembers that anymore.
You do art and video editing, Beard? We need to have a talk. Yes, we need to have some words in private.
And Obi, I'm still working on your stuff. Don't think I forgot about you.
Hey, I just told you what happened to your shit today.
Yeah.
So, it's okay. I'm not worried about it. We're having fun no matter what. But getting on to it, let's see. Today's games, now we're the Panthers versus, all right, I got to go back to my other screen. Yeah, the Panthers versus the Cardinals. The Panthers actually did beat the Cardinals. And then, of course, my team, the Detroit Lions, versus the Dallas Cowboys. I really thought the Lions were going to beat them because they were beating their ass in the first quarter, or in the first half. I don't want to talk about that. But they did lose 20-24. So the Dallas Cowboys are actually going on to play Green Bay. The Panthers are actually going on to play Seattle. Colts going on to play the Broncos. And the game that I'm going to be watching most intently, the Ravens playing the Patriots. That's going to be a really good game.
Isn't Ray Rice suspended?
He is.
So who else do they have?
Yeah, but they beat the hell out of the Steelers yesterday. So it doesn't really matter who they have.
Yeah, but the Steelers have been hit or miss. That's the problem. The Steelers probably defeated themselves. Like Steelers could be like fantastic, and let's say it's like, we're the Steelers.
Right. Beard, I can make excuses for the Lions, why they lost today. Yes, there were a couple of pass interference calls that should have been called. But what are you going to do? A ref's a ref. If they take extra money from Dallas, they got some money. He might have shipped them a couple thousand to make calls go their way. You never know. Not really, probably. But who is this? G's Cake? Welcome to the stream, first of all. And I'll be next to how many trees have you chopped down today? Few. I did my lumberjacking earlier this morning. Get some blood working.
You should watch the Monty Python skit, the way they sing the lumberjack song. That's all you, brother.
I think I have, and I think I sung it along. I think I sung it along, and last time I did that, I got yelled at by somebody. I don't remember. Yeah, we'll do that again. I might be doing a couple-hour stream after the show, just to do it. We might play it then. I don't know. Go Ravens, says Beard. Jacoby. Why can't I read today, man? Is that why they're asking how many trees I'm chopping down today? That's okay. But anyway,
Jacoby, it sounds like something like a Chico stick, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Chico sticks are pretty good, but they get stuck in your teeth a lot.
Well, for the lurkers in the channel, and we do have a few lurkers. Daniel X and Authority G is actually looking too. So the lurkers are here as well. Just seeing what we're gonna talk. I think I talk about anything interesting. Nah, we're just bullshitting. That's about it. Just bullshitting.
That's how we always do.
Exactly, dude. Why not? That's all it is. If you guys want to look at what we were looking at for the NFL, it's just a NFL, NFL playoffs on Google. So, but Yogi, now for you, we're gonna go through one. You guys can participate if you guys want to in chat. What are your predictions, Yogi, for the next 4 games next week? January 10th and 11th. That's Saturday and Sunday. Ravens and Patriots.
I have actually been keeping up, but my money's on Ravens just because I can't stand New England fans. I have family in New England, and they're like some of the most annoying fans out there.
You have family and they're annoying, huh? That's what family is.
Yes, but when it comes to sports, it's even more annoying. Like, I don't really care that much, but why are we still having this debate? Like, I remember a few times in New York City, you were just hanging out, and a game happens to be on, and I'm not that big into it, and I'm watching it, cool beans. It was one of the years that I think the Yankees lost to the Red Sox or whatever, and of course, like we're in New York City, and we have like the one annoying Boston guy in the bar. He's like, "Hey, you're a Yankee fan. I see your jersey. Fuck you." And I'm like, "Oh God, send me one of those nights."
Oh, fuck you too.
It's like there was no prior conversation or like interaction. All of a sudden, it's like, "Fuck you."
Facebooker, welcome. Why did you copy his beard? What?
Oh, they're saying I copied your beard.
Not that I know of. I don't think anybody that grows a beard copies me generally.
My beard is very differently shaped. It's more dirtbaggish. That man is a hero.
Welcome to the stream, though, too. All right, so you're going to say Ravens or Patriots?
I say Ravens.
Ravens. I am going to reluctantly go Patriots, just because you said Ravens.
Okay.
Actually, I like the Patriots to win. All right, so Ravens for you, Pats for me. Now,
are you jotting it down?
I am. I'm jotting it down. So next week we can go back to this, even if you're not on the show. We'll go predictions, and because it's at 9 o'clock, so all the games are going to be played. Colts versus the Broncos. Peyton's old team, but it's at Mile High. It's in Mile High.
You know what? I'll go with the Broncos because I always felt that the Broncos were a great team. They have a lot of weapons, and now they have someone at the helm that jives with the team. Not to say that who was the previous guy? Or Kyle Orton. Kyle Orton was their previous quarterback.
Yes, I believe.
And I thought he was a great quarterback, but he just didn't have that synergy with his team, because they have the weapons. So I like the Broncos here, though it could go either way. Who's the new guy at the Colts? Who's
I don't even. I didn't even. I
I
don't
forget
even.
the name.
I'm not playing fantasy football this year. I wanted to. I think next year I got a plan for that.
I
Um,
think they got a rookie that's a quarterback now this year, and he's been doing really well.
we're gonna run one next year, by the way. Well,
You know what?
I'll run the one. You don't have to run it, but you're gonna
Oh,
play
okay.
in it. We're gonna have
For yes,
we're gonna have a geeky antics fantasy football league.
let's do it. That's
Yep.
like one of the best ways to build communities because
And what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of emulate as many people that we can we're gonna try to emulate the NFL as much as possible with their certain amount of teams, but we're gonna try to have as many people as we possibly can in there. So I think it's like 16 or 24 if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, we're gonna play. We'll get it all set up for next year. So you're gonna go Broncos, right?
yeah, I
I'm
go
actually gonna go
Broncos.
Broncos too, just because the Colts barely. I mean, they beat the living dog crap out of the Bengals, but I want to say barely did. I mean, it was 26-10, so I mean, you can't say too much about it. But I
Mhm.
mean, they with what they were doing, they were just so. I mean, they were not on point. I mean, they were on point enough to win, but still against the Broncos, no way. They're
They're a better team this year than they were last year, and they're gonna be scary again next year. I mean, the momentum that they've driven, I think it's significant. You know what I mean?
right. Well,
Like
and
considering they lost a huge player in their team,
the
they're doing
player on their team. I
yeah.
mean, but to come back from that and have an 11-5 season, that's an accomplishment in himself. I just don't
Oh
think
yeah,
they're going to make it to the next round. It's
yeah.
just sorry. It's going to be. I really believe it's going to go Pats versus the Broncos. You think the Ravens versus Broncos, but yeah. Next team, and there's only two more. Um, let's see: Ravens, Broncos, Green Bay, and Carolina. That's from Beard.
Yeah,
So
I think
there's his picks.
I would lean towards him. Who's Carolina playing against again?
Um,
Beth?
Carolina is playing against Seattle.
No, I might have to go
I
Seattle.
am too.
Seattle is a very underrated defense, and I know that Carolina has lined up well against them. Um, what we was talking about in the chat, but Seattle has they have the offensive tools now, and they've had a solid defense for the past I would say 3 or 4 seasons, and they've been getting better and better.
Well, Seattle, and here's an interesting fact, and this is why I kept up with it so much. The number one pass defense in the NFL, Seattle. The number one rush defense in the NFL, the Lions. The overall defensive, the overall defense in the NFL, Seattle. So, like,
Hmm.
if Seattle can keep their run game, their run defense to a minimum, I don't really see anybody beating them. I really see Seattle going to the Super Bowl. That's
And
just my.
they're also top three last I checked in points allowed on their defense. So that's a big one too.
Right. Well, I mean, points allowed is one of the stats for the defense, but it's just the total defense all around. I mean, points allowed are like that one big pass play, or that one run that breaks for 50 yards. But other than that, I mean, they're averaging 3.1 yards per carry. I'm sorry, 2.1 yards per carry on the ground for
Well,
defense wise.
well, let me correct myself. They allow some of the least points on defense. That's part of the reason they're one of the
Oh
top.
yeah, yeah, they're the yeah. Okay, I'm like,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah, yeah,
they've
yeah,
allowed
yeah.
the
No, no,
most
no, no,
what? How?
no, 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 no. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the stat. Points allowed. It the higher you are on that list, the less points you
Yeah, yeah,
allow.
yeah. Well, in some places, are the more you allow, the higher you up. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, when you look at defense, like that wouldn't be a good thing to put on the top. You know,
Yeah,
it's like
true.
I'm allowing
Eh,
lots of points. I'm the best defense.
yes. But the last team, Cowboys versus the Packers.
That's the easy one, Packers.
Why?
Because I prefer Green Bay all the way. And a lot of Cowboy fans are pretty annoying too. I don't know. You know, the Cowboys
Because Jimmy
like
Jones.
individually they have great players like Des Bryant. Like I think he's got speed
Mm-hmm.
and he's nimble, but it's like sometimes when I see him, the way he handles the ball, he's derpy. Now, What was it? Like he's only been in the league for what, like 4 seasons total? No, like 3 seasons. The last 2 seasons they had him purely as like a punt returner and just doing special teams, right?
Hmm.
But now they have him actually involved in the plays, and I wanted to see that because I felt like they were underusing him, and now that he's there, he's like, I don't know, it feels like he's falling under pressure. Like he's so hit or miss. Like he could be super explosive, and then other times he could just be. It's like he wasn't even there, and he's getting the attempts, that he's getting the targets.
Hmm.
It's not like he's not being involved in the plays. They have lots of great talents, but I don't know. There's something in that team that it doesn't mesh. And again, I hate to use the word synergy, but you need that chemistry. You need to know.
You gotta have the synergy. If you don't have, it's just like any pro gaming, like an esport team. If they don't have synergy between, okay, we'll just use League of Legends because that's what everybody knows. If the synergy between the jungler and the mid laner are little to none, how often do you think a team's gonna win a game? Because that's where most of everything happens, is around the, well, now top lane too, but that's where the most everything happens, is in that mid lane. If the synergy between those two people are none to shit, the other team that possibly would have more synergy than them is going to blow them out of the water just because of gank times. How far you push up. I'm going to super push, going to bring him in here to gank me, and then you come and get him. It's just like that too. I mean, football team, same thing. Your quarterback has to be on point with your receivers, because guess what? Sometimes that quarterback will throw that ball 10 yards in advance of where he knows his receiver is going to be. And it's up to the receiver to run that route exactly. Not cut it off a yard, not go a yard long. Exactly. 10 and out, or 15 and up, 15 and across, or whatever. I mean, you have to be exact. You're hurting your own self plus your team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one thing I will say is that even though I can't stand Tom Brady, one thing I respect about him as a quarterback is that he doesn't put his receivers in harm's way. Like he's very aware of the field, and he involves everybody in there. If the tight end is available for a catch, he's throwing to them. He
Mm-hmm.
gets everybody in there. A lot of quarterbacks try to force plays, and that's how the receivers get injured, because they're like, well, I'm gonna make this catch, but I got like three guys on me. Meanwhile, there's a guy wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that is bad. But I don't know. Anyway, overall, I think it might be a Green Bay versus Broncos, maybe possibly Patriots. So I think the Patriots have had enough fun in the past. It'd be good if they stay out of the semifinals and the championships and all that.
Right? Beard says in chat, a team is a team without the intangible connections between the guys is not going to matter how good you are. You
It's
could
true.
be you could be a superstar, but if you have that you're either arrogant or whatever. First of all, the quarterback, if the quarterback's a superstar, he's gonna throw to whoever you want to, whether you're open or not. It's just, you gotta have faith in your teammates as well. That's part of it. BFT
Yeah, and that's
9000, go ahead.
not saying that, and the thing is, like he says, with the intangible connection, you could teach skills, you could learn a playbook, but you can't force, that chemistry, that faith and confidence in each other. That has to kind of be born naturally, and usually it's either there or it's not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Some people just don't jive together.
Right, right. Well, BFT 9000 says Brady chokes during a game, blames the rest of the team. That's how Tom Brady's done his thing. No offense to the New England Patriots organization or anything, but Tom Brady is a crybaby. He's just like Brett Favre was. No offense to any Green Bay fans. I know we're enemies, but don't hit me. A crybaby's a crybaby. Just how it is, how it was. I mean, you look at crybabies that quarterbacks are not crybabies. Joe Montana, Joe Namath, Dan Marino. Crybabies, Romo. There's so many, oh, he hit me too hard. Oh, you're playing fucking football in the NFL. Get over it.
Yeah. In any kind of sport, you gotta be self accountable because
Hmm.
it's clear when you can see something missing in your team, but work on what you can improve first and be self accountable.
Hmm.
Because if everybody points fingers, everybody thinks that they did fine, and it's just the next person that messed up, and then no one tries to improve their level of play and work
And you're
together.
still
This
messing
is
up.
Yep.
Going back to the receivers, Beard said in chat, yeah, sometimes you wonder if the receivers owe the QB money for, dropping passes or whatever. I know for a fact that well, not for a fact, I don't want to say that, but I know that I was watching something on Dallas the other day, and the coach has got it to where to make these receivers catch this damn ball, every time you drop a pass that's catchable, you owe the quarterback $100. Nothing big, nothing big, but the who's number 88, Des Bryant, had to give Romo, I think like $400 the other week because he dropped 4 passes.
Now, just talking about him, like this perfectly good plays, and then he just butterfingers it.
Oh yeah. Well, I can't say too much about that. There is some plays that you guys know Megatron. Everybody knows him. But there are some perfectly good plays to where if he would have done this and brought his hands to the ball, he would have caught it. But he waited for it to get to his chest and bounced right off. I mean, you're looking at the high draft pick, the literally the best player on their team. Well, Golden Tate has something to do with that, but the best player on their team, and he's dropping easy passes. I mean, sometimes you want to think like, did he get paid off? Like, is he going to make money if they don't get to the Super Bowl or something? You know what? Because sometimes you get in deals that you get to the playoffs, so you get a deal. Or I don't know. You'd figure if you get to the Super Bowl, you get a bigger deal, right? Maybe not.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, none of them are hurting for cash. Even the
well, no,
bench warmers are all right.
no shit. You can. I would love to roll on the bench in an NFL team. I will be on the. You can hit me 5 days a week, and I will still be happy. You give me some of them guys are making some money, some good money. Well, professional, alive tackling dummies. I mean, I don't know about that, but it hurt at several times. Beard also
Oh
said
yeah,
negative incentives. Got to find a way to get these millionaires interested again. It's not
yeah,
like college where they're hungry. These guys are paid, and it goes back to in college you're hungry. You love to play the game. You're not worrying about. I mean, in college you have an incentive. Your incentive is if you do really good in college and you're a running back and you get 1,000 yards per season, and you're breaking records at your home school, and of course people are going to look at you and be like, hey, I see you really love the game. I want to give you $10 million for a 6-year contract. What do you say? And you're like, paid, bingo. And then the guy's like, well, I'm all about money now. I really don't. Yeah, I like the game, but whatever. A perfect example of it, and I'm sorry to say it to this guy. If you ever listen to the show, I'm sorry, sir, but Reggie Bush. I I have no idea why. It looks like he's like, okay, we're done. Yes, he's been hurt, but don't go out there half. If you can only go 100% half the time, do that. We don't want you to go double the plays and only give 50% every time you go.
yeah.
Don't get me started on that.
No, no, it's, and I totally get why people prefer college football, but it's just college football is overwhelming because there's so many more teams, so much more to keep up with. I mean, I'll watch it, but I can't keep up with this. That's like a lifestyle on its own.
Right. Well,
But I totally get why people feel like the pro players don't have the same passion and and real effort, work ethic in there. They just kind of just go out there and show up. Imagine I would have to wonder what would happen if they switch it to like base salary plus commission, where like they still make a good amount of money, their millions or whatever, or maybe even a six-figure income. That's probably not gonna happen. But they still make. Let's say if the usual player gets 10 million, they cut it down to 2 million, right? And then say, hey, we have different incentives if you hit different milestones and do different things this year, you know, and also make milestones incentives tied into how the team performs. So there's a fully vested thing. If the team does this well, the team does this together, score this is get this many yards, this many completions, this many whatever, this season, then you get this, that kind of stuff. I think that'd be a cool way to encourage teamwork, get people to really put the effort. No one's really gonna put in 100% every game because you get tired. It's a physically demanding sport, you get beat up, and there's gonna be times when you're gonna want to be careful because you don't want to re-aggravate an injury, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
And Beard says that that kind of thing, those kind of contracts they're there all the time. I've when you say like a quarterback is going to be guaranteed 25 million with a possibility of making 36 million. Well, that 11 million gap is okay if you have 5,000 yards passing. Just this is probably big numbers, but have 5,000 yards passing this season, we'll give you an extra 5 million, or 1 million or whatever it is. Have your your percentage passing over 60%, you'll get another million. Or they have those incentives all the time. It's just like I said, there's sometimes where you're just tired, man. I mean, you're going 100% at a pro level. I mean, some of these guys this is what they do. They do nothing but eat, sleep, drink, work out, football. But you have to be a pro player.
yeah. So yeah, like Beard and Hat says that the $120 million contracts are really just about half of that. That's guaranteed, and the rest is all incentives. And that's about right. Signing bonuses remove the hit from the salary cap. And there's a lot of different things at work. I don't pretend to know all the finances of it, but I think if they have it put in a place where people can focus more, it's like in the MOBAs when you have Team Gold Farm. All of a sudden, the team's working better together because everybody benefits from that farm, rather than saying, "Hey, you're taking my farm," or you're making me look bad." It's more about looking. Yeah, strive or Heroes of the Storm, where it's all about team objectives.
I'm still waiting for that email, dude. I want it so bad.
I got gameplay video up on the channel.
Yeah, I'm talking about I want to play Heroes, dude. Really bad.
But did you see the video?
Yeah, I did.
All right.
I downloaded DayZ to play with a couple friends on Steam. That's gonna be fun. DayZ with a really nice computer, graphics through the roof. Hey, can you see that guy 3 miles down the road? Yep, I can. Shoot him. Okay. Never mind. Anyway, guys, we're going to be transitioning into some Blizzard stuff. Going into that, we're going to be talking about, of course, WoW, Diablo 3, Starcraft, Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm. They all got some really exciting some stuff going on this for 2015. If you guys want to follow along and you guys do play Blizzard games, you actually can get right onto your battle.net and go from there, because that's where the news is coming from for you guys. So you guys can follow along if you guys want to. But first thing, let's talk about just World of Warcraft. WoW has been, from my eyes, and this is something Yogi's not going to probably comment on too much because World of Warcraft is from the devil. But if you play a lot, which I know there's some guildies in here, we have lots of fun. One of the biggest things that I hope they fix soon is the world PvP area. Ashran. I really hope they fix it soon. I know it's supposed to be fixed in a couple of the patches coming up here. I mean, I got into Ashran the first time ever yesterday, but it was 8 in the morning. So looks like I have to go get on Ashran and go get in my world PvP stuff at 8 o'clock in the morning, right when I start my stream. Might be something I do every day. And for you guys that if you guys think, and this is going to be directly towards Wanky. What's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. I can barely read your name because of the blue on black, but for you guys that do play, LFR. What do you guys think of LFR? Is it a joke? Or is it not a joke? Now, Yogi, to get you kind of caught up with what's going on with this, we go into there, and you know how WoW's got 10-man raids, 25-man raids, and the 10-man raid's supposed to be relatively hard. It's supposed to challenge your group and get everything. You have strats. You have to move the boss at a certain time or get out of the way, or one of the bosses, I can't remember the name. You're in a pit, and then when he knocks you back, the 5 people that have to go up on the balcony have to rush back to him. It's not like that in LFR. LFR is just hurry up, tank spank the boss, and go. I did a full LFR run yesterday, and I was done in about 45 minutes with both of them.
What does LFR stand for?
Looking for raid.
Oh, like LFG, looking for group.
Yes, but looking for raid. Now,
interesting.
To me, the winner of the Ravens Pass game goes to the AFC. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Well, they're going to go to the AFC Championship, but the Super Bowl is AFC. Yeah. But anyway, for me, and I'm not much of a raider right now. I'm not. I mean, I'm trying to get my gear up to where it's supposed to be because my guild really wants me to raid with them, so I'm not gonna keep telling them no because I don't want to get kicked out. But it's to the point where it's just a big joke for anybody that wants to level up quickly. All they gotta do is go into LFR every week. You spend an hour of your time, which you don't even have to. Half the time, I didn't even DPS. Like I just stood there and watched. I mean, I would throw a lightning or I would throw a wrath every now and then so they think I was doing something, but I didn't do anything. And for you, I know if Thor's watching, I know you might be, maybe you are, but I finally got my DPS up to about 15k. So props to Obi, this guy right here. Moving on to, and this is, like I said, this is just kind of some fun talk. You guys got anything to add about Blizzard and what Blizzard games we're talking about? Just chime in, add it up. Diablo 3. Now, if you guys play Diablo 3, Yogi, you play Diablo 3?
A little bit. I played the starter edition. I haven't actually bought it yet.
Yeah.
I did play the prepared. Was it the Reaper of Souls on Xbox One? That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I play a little bit of the 360 version too. So,
sweet. Well,
it's tempting.
It is. Well, there's some new stuff coming out right here, and for Diablo 3. Sorry, I'm backwards right now. I'm sorry. The last thing I want to say about World of Warcraft, guys, is to everyone, Happy New Year from Blizzard. The end of 2014 marked a great time. It's time to ring in 2015 across Azeroth. Beginning today, which was December 31st, the skies you guys are going to see, if you guys were here on New Year's or online on New Year's Eve, there was fireworks over the major cities. It was really cool. So if you didn't get to check that out, I think I recorded it so I can put it up on maybe Geeky Antics. But if you guys haven't seen it, it's really cool. Every hour on the hour, the skies look up, dazzling display of explosions and just basically fireworks. So it looked really cool. So from World of Warcraft, anyway, thanks guys, and keep playing. Now into the Diablo 3. Where's it at? Okay. The end of seasons, you guys, if you guys have been playing this or have heard about it, there was a new mode, I guess, a new kind of character you could make would be a seasonal character. At first, the seasonal characters could just interact with other seasonal characters. Now, at the end of Season 1, which is now, Season 2 starts here, I want to say... I must have lost it. But Season 2 starts here in the next few weeks. So it's something that we can get going on, and I'll make sure we'll try to talk about it a little bit every week. But basically, once these seasonals characters now out of Season 1, you can actually interact with non-seasonal players, and you can actually play with non-seasonal players. A lot of the seasons that we're talking about, of course, there's a leaderboard on what is the highest grade of rift you accomplished or were able to get to. Mac, it is available on Mac. Every Blizzard game that is on Blizzard you can play them on Mac. Blizzard is Mac friendly. Right, Yogi? You can play all Blizzard games on Mac, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
I can't think of one that doesn't do that.
Yeah, I think all of them do. So, ooh, dropping a few frames. Whoa. Anyway, internet, gotta love it. But again, from them to the seasonal heroes will be converted to either seasonal heroes or normal, non-seasonal, normal, or heroic mode heroes. So you're not losing your hero. So you're not losing it. And then when season 2 comes around, you can actually make that hero seasonal again. It's really cool on how they got it. If you guys want to go into it, get some stuff for yourself. Of course, if you guys have battle.net, you can actually see what I'm talking about. There's extra golds where you can transfer. You are able to transfer your golds from your seasonal to a non-seasonal heroes. Like I have a couple 100,000. Hell, I don't know how much. I think I have over 1 million gold on my seasonal, and I just want to transfer it to my normal guys or my heroic guys, and I can't do it. But now you can. So the Paragon experience is actually more instead of 300. Sorry, your seasonal hero reached Paragon of 300. You non-seasonal heroes will be able to go will actually be able to go to 400. For you guys that don't really play the game, this is all kind of gibberish, and I'm sorry about it. We'll actually start talking a little bit more about Diablo 3 again, and I think there's a couple of followers that I have that like playing Diablo 3, so we might get into it and maybe stream it a couple times, see what you guys think. There are some item changes, of course, non-seasonal with seasonal. Basically, everything that you can do on Diablo 3 now with seasons, they're not segregated anymore. You can integrate everything, can play with each other. You can transfer everything, so you're not losing anything like you did before. Yep, sounds good.
It sounds really good to me.
It is. I do like it, but like I said, with every other game that I play, any game is fun for me. I can play any game as long as there's somebody to play with. Like, I love Warframe, but nobody plays it. So I'm just like, okay, I'll play by myself for a half hour, get bored, and say, screw you, I'm not playing anymore. Yeah, I love playing Space Engineers. It's boring by yourself.
Yeah.
Very.
It's like Minecraft. I don't understand how people could play Minecraft by themselves. Like, unless you're really creative and have way too much free time, I just can't see myself going, let me lay down some blocks. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Let me lay down some blocks. I don't know.
There's a guy that streams Minecraft, and he's like, this is what he does. His name is Bacon. Okay? He's a bigger guy, and that's what he talks about. He loves bacon. Like, when somebody subscribes to him, you see bacon falling from the skies. Ooh. Dude, that's awesome, man. I want to go make some bacon now.
I think I've seen that channel.
Yeah, it's called Bacon. That's what his name is. But he's really funny. You know how, like, have you ever seen one of those videos to where it was you see this big guy on a video, and all of a sudden he's raging because, like, where the world servers went down or some shit, and he's like, ah! He looks just like that guy, but it's not him. Maybe never mind. Anyway, let's go on to the next one. The next one is Starcraft. I don't play Starcraft that often. I tried it once, and I was so lost that I just said nope. For those that are playing Starcraft, the 2014 ladder season 4 lock incoming. If you don't know what that means, every season, at the end of every season, if you're on the star ladders and you're actually on it, they lock the ladders, and that's when they start doing ladder play to get to the number 1 in the world, to get to the StarCraft 2 championship, basically. So that is going to be during 2014 season 4 lock. You can't be promoted, demoted, your current league or division, and your bonus pool stops growing. So it's basically just a lock, guys, because then January 5th at 12:01, which is tomorrow, yes, they're actually locking the ladders, and then they're going to be starting to do, okay, hey, you play he plays him, and actually start doing some ladder play to get into what they're going to do for, of course, next year and the championship for 2015. Mm-hmm.
I like Starcraft for the customs. Melee, I'll play every now and then. But if you like tower defense and other things like that, that's what's fun. Scotty Dennis says, I told him I'll play if I had an Xbox One, I would play Diablo 3 with him. He's like, get one then, Yogi.
Yeah, sis, I'm going to go to the store and pull that cash right out of my ass.
Yeah. It's like, feed the family or get an Xbox One. I don't know.
This green shit coming out of my butt.
What the hell?
He's looking. Ooh, hey, that's George Washington.
And if Hormel was sponsoring that Minecraft streamer, wouldn't it be like salami? They're big on the salami. Like Hormel's got the really cool, like they got really good salami that comes in the cardboard boxes.
Yeah.
That's the good stuff.
Yes. Sorry. Now, the one part that is going to be really happy to you, Yogi, of course, is Hearthstone. Hearthstone 2015 ranked play season Marauding Marad. Yeah. Marauding Marad is the 2015 ranked play season.
That's cray.
What have you heard about? I mean, have you read anything on it?
I mean, I just play the ranked and don't really pay attention to because if I had the time to like really just grind out and get close to legendary, at least rank 5, I care more. I watch people do it, but you need to be really focused on it. And right now I'm playing Soul Forge. I'm starting to play Scrolls again. I might get back into Infinity Wards, and I play a little Magic, Duels of the Planeswalkers here and there. So like my card game.
You know what we should do?
It's pretty long.
We should tell everybody on Geeky Antics to go get Daisy. And then what we need to do is we need to like get on Daisy, get all the guns that we want to, get everything set up, and then bring everybody to a server, and when they come online, shoot them. Who's up for it? Just playing.
That's one way to do it.
Hey, put your hands up. I'm one of your followers. I don't care. Put your hands up. Get on your knees. See around these. But I'm your biggest fan. Hey, you're my biggest fan. Awesome. I'm your biggest fan. Give me your money. Give me your gun.
On Hearthstone, what I like to do mostly is I'll get to the minimum of rank 20 just to get my free card back, and then I'll just do lots of arenas.
Right. The one thing that I'm not like flabbergasted or anything over, but it's the 10th official Hearthstone ranked play season. It's now live. The 10th. The game just came out. How the seasons are only like what, 3 months?
No, each season is a month.
Each season is a month. Why?
Yeah,
that's
weird.
the one question I have. Why?
Well, what they do is it's a monthly season, and then but you don't really drop all the way back to the beginning like you do in League of Legends and other games. It has like some weird math it does, but it gives you stars. So you pre-rank at the beginning of each season, and those stars that you have in the bank are what help you determine your rank for that season. So you don't start off at the very beginning. You don't start off at the Angry Chicken rank.
You don't start off at 25.
Which is the Angry Chicken.
This guy.
Yeah. Wow, you don't even make an effort at all, huh?
I don't play it.
The ranked isn't like it's really easy to get up to rank 20 without really trying.
Well, yeah, no,
really?
I just like I said, I tried to play it the other like last week when Missy was on here or Fifi was on here streaming it, and I was like, okay guys, I'll try to do it for now. I played one game, got demolished. No, I'm good. It's because I haven't played. I don't have all the I don't have cards. I mean, yeah, I could start playing it, and if my stream wants me to start playing it in the future, I will. But that's
I
just
only
something
have
that I'm just.
I only have like 3 legendaries, and and I don't have that many epics either.
I
So
don't have
I
any
just
epics. I have no legendaries. I have nothing.
I'm just
I want to play. Damn it! Leave me alone.
the cheapest decks to make, and you could probably make them right now are like aggro decks, just like
Mm-hmm.
zoo decks,
Mm-hmm.
where you just throw in a bunch of low level creatures. You can just spam all over the place, some card draw, and
Beat the
lots of
living hell out of
charge.
somebody.
Yeah, that's it. Beat them before they get a chance to do anything very dangerous. So you either lose very quickly or you win very quickly, but it's very efficient.
Yeah.
But of course, it's kind of dirty. It's like going Murloc.
But another thing that I want to shoot for, and this is something that I wanted to say now because we're on the Hearthstone event, we need to figure out, okay, and since you're here, we can talk about it more. But we need to figure out on how to get a version of, or somehow how to do a Hearthstone tournament to where we can actually they actually get into our lobby and actually play, and we actually record every and we just play it, like do a tournament like that and actually stream the whole thing. Do they have a system like that yet?
They have observer mode implemented, so that's a big deal. That's something we were asking for. I haven't tried the observer mode yet, but I know it's in there.
But you know what I mean, right? Like when you oh, we'll go back to League of
A,
Legends again.
a bracket system like that,
Like a
yeah.
lot, like we can start a custom lobby and say, okay, Scotty
They don't have it
Daniels
yet.
versus
They're working on it.
Yogi one, and then you guys they get into the lobby. Yeah, when they get that done, and guys, I'm gonna tell you this right now. When they get that done, I will make sure, because I want to do. There's a lot of things I want to do in 2015. For you guys, for the fans of Geeky Antics, myself, Yogizilla, Goalie Man for the win. I want to get some stuff for you guys that you guys like to play. So 2015, we're gonna make it. Let me figure out, as long as they can give us the to where we can create a lobby and have all that kind of jazz and fun like that. But once we can do that, we're gonna have a Hearthstone tournament. Now we've gotten, I know Stan was one of the big ones. We've gotten Hearthstone pillows before for giveaways, and basically we're gonna have fun. We're not gonna tell you what the prizes are. I already got some ideas. If you guys got some ideas on prizes, of course, definitely. And I think we'd have lots of fun doing that, because then we could commentate on it. We could do whatever we wanted to and actually make videos. Or this is the Geeky Antics Invitational. Maybe Geeky Antics Invitational gets big. Yeah.
Well, they have third-party tools for managing those brackets, so and it's easy to put together a little simple web page. We could do that on our website, if anything.
Well, no, we would do it on Geeky Antics. We would do it on geekyantics.net. If you guys want to go check it out, go right now. But we would need the actual to where we could start a lobby and all that other jazz. So we'll figure it out, guys. I really want to have one because I know Missy. She said she'd play in it. You would play in it. I know. Anybody that has it, especially all our geeks, love to play in something like that. Especially if they could win, money, pillows, whatever from Hearthstone. That we can contact Blizzard and say, hey, we're gonna do a tournament. You guys want to send some stuff for giveaways or for prizes?
But I think the first one should be like a casual format, and maybe make it so that maybe no one uses legendary or something like that, so it's more balanced.
We could do that.
So
I mean,
like
it's
truly
anything's
casual.
possible, dude. It's going to be our tournament. We can make the rules as we want it. Okay, no legendaries. If you get caught with a legendary in your deck while you're playing, then you're automatically disqualified or something. Make it a double.
Or replay the
elimination.
match.
Well, no, because we tell them the rules, and if they break the rules, that's one of your losses. Do a double disqualification, and then you have a lower bracket and upper bracket. You do 20, 25, 30 people. That's 2 days right there, man. Be a Friday and Saturday. Hopefully I can... Missy's not watching right now, so I can actually talk to her about it. She's like, you ain't playing on Saturday, motherfucker. I don't care what you say.
I was surprised someone was playing CSGO yesterday morning, streaming it.
Yeah. That was... Well, it was... No, in the mornings times I can do it. Well, not anymore because I'm changing stuff up again. I'm taking the Saturday mornings to spend time with my son more. So we have a daddy Sunday kind of thing. We go out and have fun, do whatever we want to do. The last game, I know we're about out of time. The last game we're going to talk about for Blizzard is Heroes of the Storm. They do have a new hero gallery put up. A gallery. Let me just get it. God.
Holiday card gallery?
Yes, it's a holiday card gallery. Like I said, if it's something you guys don't play, it is in alpha right now, so you have to be invited. If it's something that you guys you'd like to participate in, and you guys are serious about participating in, if you guys would like to send us a name with an email address, and we have somebody that is actually talking to somebody over there. Somebody that's talking to somebody that could possibly get you a key. Did I say that right? Yes, I did. Yeah. So if you are interested in Heroes of the Storm, just give us a shout out, Say, hey, I would like a key, and then give us your email address. And if we can get it, we would love to. If we can't, just keep in mind, this guy, he tells him, hey, I have a couple more buddies that want to play, gives them your email address. If you get it, you get it. We'll do our part as long as you don't bug us. I didn't get the email yet. Give it some time. I haven't gotten my email yet. Well, Yogi says I have, but I haven't.
No, I said you should have.
He's like, look in the spam folder. I looked everywhere.
Because some other people got it, but I mean,
it's all good.
All I could do is make friendly recommendations. I don't have that kind of pull. Like I said, these people have to be put into it now.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, if you guys get now it's Yogi, so thanks for telling everybody. But if you guys do get the email, hey, grats, come play with us. If you don't be mad. It's only an alpha. Like I said, I haven't even got mine yet. Hopefully Yogi will put another good word in for me and say he didn't get his email, and maybe he'll send another one. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. So, Heroes of the Storm. I mean, have you looked at the gallery yet?
I didn't see the gallery. The only thing I saw were the bundles where they had the holiday skins. Like Jaina, she has the Christmas dress, and then
is that mine? Click on that. See if you can get it. Concept art.
Where'd you put it in?
It's in a Geek chat. But it's a lot of stuff like if you guys are Heroes of the Storm, you guys know it's characters of World of Warcraft. Whether it's Jaina or it's
No, it's all from all Blizzard property, not just World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I know. I know. I haven't.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not just World of Warcraft. It's from you got the Spider Queen from Jesus Christ.
Oh, these are cool.
I'm so stupid.
Can we say it's Warcraft universe, not just World of Warcraft? Because there were other Warcraft games before World of Warcraft. It breaks my heart when people only think, "WoW is it." It's like, wait, come on.
I played the Warcraft series.
Frozen Throne and the Tides of Darkness and
Orcs Must Die.
Orcs Must Die isn't part of it. It should be though. That'd be pretty cool. Orcs Must Die got the Blizzard touch.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But it's not just that. It's from everything. You got the different heroes from Diablo 3. You got the Spider Queen from Starcraft. You got I can't remember the guy's name, but the big guy with a suit of armor from Starcraft. You got a Rubicon from World of Warcraft. You got there's a whole bunch of different characters, and if you guys played Dawngate with us, it's kind of like that, but I don't want to say better because it's going to be really hard to replace Dawngate, but it's to the point where you don't have to worry. I mean, you just play the game. It's a team game, and you play as a team. So if you guys have been playing Strife or anything like that, to where you guys, whoever gets the last kill, is okay, as long as one of your teammates get the last kill on a minion, you still get the gold all around. Yes, That's the kind of games we want to play, just because it's not gonna it's gonna promote a lot more friendly team game instead of promoting the, oh my god, you took my CS, you're a support, what are you doing? Oh my god, we're 20 minutes in the game and you have 5 of my CS, you're a terrible support. Oh, shut up. That's what that's what they're trying to accomplish in doing all this. So yes.
Yeah, it gets rid of a lot of the salt. I mean, they still have like the stat XP
Mm-hmm.
contribution, so people can see how much you're actually contributing to the overall XP.
Mm-hmm.
But unless like you're really falling behind, people usually don't say anything. Like, like early game, you might have average person might have between 20 to 25K, XP contribution.
Right.
Then you might have the one guy that's like a 16K. Like, what are you doing? Like, you really have to be just get lollygagging about to not be able to pull in your weight, because the XP contribution, a lot of it just falls in your lap. And then there's things you could do, like going into the mercenary camps, the jungle camps, and taking objectives like tributes and seeds and skulls, whatever it is on the map, doubloons.
Right.
But
The last thing we want.
oh yeah. So I think he's talking about the other Blizzard game, Overwatch.
Overwatch, dude, Overwatch does look. I want that too. Like I said, it's gonna come down to the point where I'm playing nothing but Blizzard games, and CS:GO. But one of the last things we want to get to, guys, is the Steam sales. There are a few of them still alive. There are some games that are still, you have percentage off, but if you didn't get on that Steam sale, it did end January 2nd. I'm so sorry you guys missed it, unfortunately. But the good part of this is Steam does not quit at the winter sale. They're going to have, I'm telling you, if not the rest of this month, they'll probably have one next month. They might, hey, it's a Valentine's Day sale. Then, you think, whatever games might be on sale, has to do with Valentine's Day or something. Because there's more sales coming, guys, believe me. Scotty, shoot him in the mail, and you can get shooting. What? Yes, I would like to join the Team Yogi. Oh, really? Team Yogi, okay. Obi and Yogi, you guys, and me, pawning some noobs.
In Overwatch.
Okay. Yeah, he wants to. All right, so Scotty, you got Scotty on your. He wants to go Team Yogi. So, are we gonna have to do this?
No. You misread that. That's what I thought. No, he said he wants to be part of the team, comma Yogi. He wants to help us out with geeky antic stuff.
I don't see comma.
The comma was invisible.
Oh.
It's kind of like silent letters in words,
Bullshit. Anyway, guys.
Punctuation is important, kids, especially when you're texting.
When I'm reading it. Thank you, guys. I do want to say thank you very much for joining the show. It is about that time to where we're actually getting ready to jump off here and get our week started again tomorrow morning. But there are a couple places where you guys can find us when we're not on a talk show. Yogi, you want to let them know where they can find you, sir?
Best places to find me are on Twitter at Yogizilla, and I'm usually the person managing the at Geeky Antics account.
Mm-hmm.
I've been streaming a lot more, and I know a lot of people have been saying, "Hey, I would love to see you partnered." I'm actually about to release an article about why I'm not gonna be really pursuing the partner on Twitch. I'm gonna still keep streaming, but unless everybody gets together and just like vouches for me, I'm tired of. I've applied 3 times, and each time I got like a canned response that was pretty lame. And I was like, all right, it was more discouraging than anything else. So I'm gonna keep streaming. I'm gonna run it as if I'm partnered. But the benefit is I could do whatever the hell I want on my channel because I don't have to listen to what Twitch says. So I think I'm going to go that route for now. So twitch.tv/Yogizilla. Unless they change their mind and suddenly say, hey, Yogi, we'd love to give you that sub button. I'm not going to be pushing for it. We'll see, though. That might change. But I'm gonna write an article explaining how I feel about all that stuff on Twitch and everything. But that's where you'll find me, guys.
Nice.
Streaming retro games and all kinds of random shit. Like I was streaming Lethal League, where it's Pong, extreme Pong. You have to like hit the ball and avoid getting hit by the ball in return because people can smack it, and if someone smacks it enough times, the ball goes super fast all over the place, and you gotta like dodge it. And there's like counter versus counter. So like you do your super attack, and then it's like, and then someone else is like, yeah, and then you're like, ah, and then they're like, "Arr!" It's fun. You gotta watch it.
Do it again.
It's pretty retarded.
Oh, you sound like Goku as you getting freaking.
Yeah, it's like exactly. It's like a retarded like Dragon Ball Z battle, like but they're hitting a ping pong around. It's fun.
Uh, you guys can find me at Obi1X, twitch.tv/Obi1X2. And of course, our missing co-host tonight, twitch.tv/GoalieMan for the win. That's FTW. You guys can check him out. He streams, of course, World of Warcraft. Yay. He's a PvPer, has a Resto Druid. I think he actually went to the Horde or Alliance now because he wussed out on the Horde side. So it's all good. He was tired of losing in Arena, apparently. So we do have a streaming schedule now for myself. We're going to be going Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday mornings, and then some of those days are going to be at night. Of course, Thursday we have a talk show, Horseplay Live at 11 p.m. And then my goalie man, he's supposed to be starting streaming back January 2nd. He's having a little bit of a complication, so he should be back here shortly. So we're looking for him to come back and then be back on the show while players to rehab with you. Yes, if you play well, you come to your rehab session. But of course, you guys can tweet us out through the week on Twitter and just say what's up. Say hi, say how you doing. Get some updates from us on what we're doing throughout the week at Obi1X2, at Yogizilla, and of course at Goalie Man for the win. And don't forget about Geeky Antics at Geeky Antics. And of course, if you guys want to see anything like that, you guys can go to geekyantics.net and check out all that. But one of the other main podcasts for geekyantics.net, the Gaming Death Podcast, which is also a part of the gang. They'll be on Twitch at twitch.tv/Gaming Death every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern and hosted right here on Geeky Antics as well. And that's right before our live show at 11 p.m. on Thursday nights. 11 p.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. Pacific. 11, 8. Fingers. Anyway, you guys can check out, if you guys want to know any of the coverages that we have, you guys can check out a full coverage of, sorry, I jumped places, but anyway, check them out for full coverage of all the types of games and platforms. Show some love to our flagship shows over at Geeky Antics, Timey-Wimey Tea Time, An Apostolic Outlook, Pixelated Pints, Horseplay Live, Gaming Death Podcast, and of course our new show, Star Wars Rebelcast UK. If you guys want to know times and dates on those, go ahead to geekyantics.net/schedule, or is it /podcast?
/schedule.
/schedule.
That's where our full schedule's at, and we're gonna try to have more events on there too, not just the podcasts or the live shows. There'll be like different special streaming events or giveaways and stuff like that as well.
Cool. And please write us at, if you guys want to send us an email, you guys can. Mail at geekyantics.net, or if you want to hear your voice, and that's cool too, you guys can send us a voicemail at 206-415-4987 for anything. Just show us some love. Of course, we need some bumpers for all our shows. What's a bumper, you guys ask? It's one of those things where if you call in and you say, hey, thanks guys, you're listening to Horseplay Live, or hey guys, you're listening to the Sunday Dose. Those are kind of bumpers. We're just looking for them to make some cool intros. And of course, Blue is just ripping the hell out of Yogi's shoulder. Other than that, Yogi, do you have anything to say to these wonderful people before we get out of here?
For people that want to play Diablo 3, I might try that Marvel Heroes 2015. It's like Diablo 3 with Marvel Heroes, and it's free to play. It's the same. That might be something we could play as a community.
Oh yeah.
I know most of us are cheap bastards, so free is the best price. Holy
Definitely.
crap! It's a huge game though. 31 gigs. Ugh.
It's gonna take you 4 days to download.
Yeah, I might crap connection now. Not to rethink that. I don't know if I want to make that kind of commitment.
Right. But guys, definitely thanks for joining the show. For everybody in the chat, Spathy, Scotty, I gotta get everybody. BFT 9000s, Scotty Daniels, Spathyzilla, Sethan, Thor DG. I know there was Redbeard in here. Everybody, thanks for coming out. Thanks for showing up and just keeping us busy, keeping us talking. So until next Sunday night at 9 p.m., we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Say bye, Yogi.
Bye, Yogi.
See you guys. You are listening to The Sunday Dose.